Okay, hi. So now we are going to look at a new problem, which is given an array of positive and negative numbers, rearrange the array into positive side and negative side. I'll explain what this problem is with an example. Let's say you have an array like this. Let's say we have a bunch of positive numbers as well as negative numbers. Um, the requirement is that we want all the negative numbers to be at one side, let's say left hand side, and we want all the positive numbers to be at the right hand side. So there is no requirement like the negative numbers have to be arranged in some sorting order or something like that. It's just that we need to have a demarcation where one area is actually negative numbers and the other being a positive number. So similar to the idea of a number line that we used to have, right, where we used to have negative numbers in the left hand side and positive numbers in the right hand side, from where 0 is the point of uh, from which both starts. So let's start writing this code, and in fact, the most simple way of solving this will be, let's say we have a list, rearrange, which gets a list. Then what we are basically looking is we'll have another final result list, and then we will just iterate through elements in the list for num in list. Okay, if num is okay, so I will have two lists actually, positive and negative, right? If num is greater than 0, then I will put it in post dot append num, else I will put it in neg dot append num, right? And finally we can just append positive plus negative, right? So yeah, this is actually a solution that will work. It's nothing complicated, fancy here. We just have auxiliary space, extra space created for this problem. That's the main issue. We have to create some extra space for it. Other than that, this is a solution that will work and it will run in offline time, which is not bad, right? So obviously the best solution that we are looking for is something where we can try to do this without extra space, or let's call it in place, right? So let's go to our array and then try to think of this, how we can actually try to do it in place. So I'm going to copy this. So we have the array here. The array is reasonably big now. Okay. So we know that the left hand side we basically want negative numbers, right? And then right hand side we want the positive numbers. So basically what we need to have is some kind of a pointer for a current negative number, right? And then whenever we find a negative number as we are iterating through the element, we should basically swap out that element with the element that is present or represented by this pointer. So the pointer might be having, let's say, so, and then we keep appending this pointer. one by one. So that what happens is at the end you will end up having all negative numbers at one side and all positive numbers at the other side. So this is without any extra space, but there is actually a swapping operation that will happen. Um, so that will be some extra complexity, but there is no extra space that is going to be created. So let's see the code for this. So we are going to have def rearrange list, right? And I'm going to have uh, a pointer called left pointer, which I'm going to initialize to 0. Okay. Now, so what do we want to do? We basically want to swap out these elements, right? So we'll iterate through the elements first for num in list, right? Uh, if we need to basically check, sorry, we should not iterate through the numbers, we should iterate to maybe the indexes. So idx in range 0 to len of list might come handy later. If list of idx is lesser than 0, so basically the idea is if it is a negative number then swap it with the left point variable, right? So that's the first entry condition. We'll also have another condition, which is if idx not equal to basically the left pointer typo, then what we basically will do is we will swap out the current element, that is left idx, with what is present in the left pointer, right? So the way we do this in Python is, let's say we want to swap between two variables a b. You can do like this: a b is equal to b comma a. So what happens is b's value goes into a and a's value go into b, right? So that's a swapping without having a need for a temp variable, one of the niceties that Python brings in. So we'll use the same syntax. So we are going to say left of, sorry, okay. So we are going to say list of idx, okay, and then there is the list of left pointer, right, is equal to, it's actually the same line but I'm continuing here, is equal to basically list of idx comma list of left pointer. Sorry, it got a bit convoluted because of the if, but you get the idea. What we are doing here is the swap operation. And one critical thing is, since we are doing this operation, we have to also do left pointer plus equal to 1. We need to basically move the left pointer by 1, and then we can basically return the list. So this is going to be an operation which would do it the same operation of rearranging into two parts of the list, but do it without any auxiliary space. The key idea is we start with the left pointer which holds, which we are saying that negative values will push into that, and we will, whenever we encounter a negative value, we would actually check first whether the current idx is pointing to the left pointer, basically whether it's the same element or not. If it is not, then we will go ahead with swapping, wherein we swap out the current index element. uh, oh, looks like I have made a mistake here. Let me correct it. This guy is supposed to be, yeah, I made a mistake here. The order was wrong. This has to be list left pointer comma list idx, because what happens is the first element gets mapped into this guy, and then the list left pointer gets mapped into this guy. So yeah, I made a mistake here. So there's that swapping logic which we talked about. The current element gets swapped with whatever was available in the left pointer, and the left pointer gets swapped with whatever was available um, in the list idx, and then we can just increment it by 1, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the main funda here is like the swapping logic, and then having something where the pointer gets added multiple times. Okay, that's it.